What's up, everybody? It's John with John Sports House Collectibles coming at you with a brand new video. How's everyone doing out there today in the YouTube universe? I got an opinion piece video today. I'm going to be talking about something that I saw and heard on a live stream of Sports Card Radio. The twins out in California, out on the left coast, the love them or hate them YouTubers. Can be extremely controversial, very polarizing, can be arrogant at times. I can go on and on and on. I'm not here to slam them. I'm not here to talk crap on anybody. I just wanted to talk about something that they talked about in their live stream. And part of it I agree with, and part of it I don't necessarily agree with. So, you know, it's like a 3-hour live stream, it looks like here. And I caught parts of it. And then I fast forward through parts of it. And the one thing that kind of stuck out to me was this portion where they were kind of going off on YouTube content creators and, flexing a little bit and kind of talking trash on various content creators in the space here. Which the space, by the way, is very small. In the overall grand scheme of things, the sports card space, the niche is tiny. It's minuscule compared to, some of the other major influencers, major content creators here on this platform. So, they go on to kind of, roast and slam and tear apart, I guess, some content creators, some that are kind of brutal on. But one thing they said that I have to disagree with them on, it was they kind of, and I don't know if this was tongue in cheek, this was done because the live stream was happening. They haven't been on, YouTube for a while. But they were kind of, talking shit on the content creators out there, that sports card content creators. And, we're kind of criticizing the production values of some of these channels' videos and, saying that they could, do a much better job and have done a much better job. And, if people would just get proper lighting, proper audio, proper editing skills down, I don't know. I don't know if they can't remember if they touched upon, the financial side of things that it would cost to make a really good YouTube channel. They mentioned a few things. And this is all, I'm paraphrasing here on a lot of this stuff. So don't quote me 100% on what they said, what I'm saying here. But they kind of flexed a little bit and said, that they do a better job and they have these bigger numbers. But it's not the case. And I'm not here, again, to attack them. But I'm here to discuss this because, again, if it was a tongue-in-cheek thing, if it was I'm trying to be cheeky here on this live stream to try to get people to watch and remain, engaged. Okay. But if they are actually being truthful, then it's not the truth, because I'm going to show you some things here. Now, one thing I did say that I didn't mention so far in this video was that they talked about how all these channels are all average, and that I agree with them on. And but everybody has their own thing that they do with these channels, and that's what really needs to be said here. Not everybody wants to, drop F-bombs, talk about hoochie mama women, and how, the latest Rolex and everything else. Not everybody wants to do that. On the other side too, not everybody wants to sit there and open up cards all the time. And, you get my point, right? So, but I am going to talk about how, like, if you're going to say things like this, stand behind what you're going to say and have some facts behind it, because I'm going to show you here that they're not much better than we are. And they kind of touched upon that, but I mean, they're actually lesser than a lot of these other guys as far as the grades go, the grade of the channels. And I'm going off of Social Blade, okay, which is a pretty good, source to look at numbers and analytics without having to pay for it. And it ranks the channels, and it, gives the overall views ranks, the country ranks, so on and so forth, and just general stuff. So here they are. They got a C minus. I don't know if I'd be taking advice from guys that got a C minus. And again, nothing against them. I don't know the guys at all. I occasionally used to watch their stuff. They mentioned my channel once in one of their videos for this Panini lawsuit that I was part of. And that's as far as it goes. They got a C minus. So, for someone that's supposedly is the number one sports card show and have been around for so long, I think that's a pretty poor grade. Now, I'm not much better, okay? I'm a C minus too, so you can see. And I've been on this platform in general for much less time. Now, I will give them props that they were the first ones to do a lot of different things within this space. There's no question about that. And they work really hard with what they do within this space. Okay, let's check out the rest of these. I pulled up 20 channels on Social Blade. Myself and Sports Car Radio included in that 20. But I pulled up channels that were on this list that they were going to discuss. And I threw a few extra ones in here too. And I'm sure there's probably ones that I missed. Okay? So, next up, Sports Card Dad. I like the Sports Card Dad. I like most of his content. At times it can be kind of vanilla. But it doesn't always have to be, F-bombs and video clips constantly, and it doesn't have to be that way to make it enjoyable. Some people like this kind of thing. He got a C minus too. Okay, he's larger than my channel is. He's got 23,000 plus subscribers. He got a C minus. Now I'm not including Instagram rankings in here or Twitter, none of that stuff. I'm going off of YouTube numbers here. And again, Sports Car Radio guys are right when it comes to all the channels are average. We're all kind of the same, but it's because we're in a small space in the grand scheme of things. Neo Cards and Comics got a C, or has a C on their C as their grade for their channel. He's got almost 2,000 videos, 19,000 subscribers. That seems like a large number. It is within the space, but in the overall world of YouTube, it's not very big. C, okay? The next one, Pac-Man, one of the larger YouTubers, 355,000 subscribers. He only has a C plus grade. That's pretty poor for that many subscribers, that many videos. Being on YouTube for about 9 years now, a little over 9 years now. That's pretty poor, C plus. Next up, Chasing Cardboard. They got a C plus too. 73,000 subscribers. Created the channel in 2022. That's Ty Wilson. I'm not going to get into my thoughts on him. I'm not going to get into my thoughts about Chasing Cardboard. I've talked about them before. I'm not a big fan. It's very staged, very contrived videos, and we know what they are. Next up, Baseball Collector. Now, he's been tied in with Chasing Cardboard. I don't know if he's still working with them on these things. I don't watch the videos anymore. C minus is his grade for his channel. That's not very good. Okay, he's only got 9,000 subscribers, a couple thousand more than I have. Now, Mike, his Baseball Collector, he's a very influential individual within the community, within the collectors, and I'm putting air quotes around that word, the collectors. Not your fly-by-night breakers, not your, people rip packs all day, the actual collectors. He's very influential with those guys, and he created the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, but his grade on his channel is pretty piss poor. C minus, just like me. Again, it goes back to where everything is kind of average, and it is. Here's the large, big behemoth Jabs family, 168,000 subscribers, 4,307 videos. C plus. You think that would be higher? It's not. So, he's not as big as he makes himself seem. A good channel here. This one, if it loads up for me, and hopefully it will come in. Well, maybe we'll come back to that one. Mama Breaks. Let's go to the next one. C minus. Mama Breaks was on the list for Sports Car Radio, and Social Blade has her with a grade of C minus. Let's see if I can get back into this. It's not letting me go. It was basically it's baseball card collector, investor, dealer. He has a C, and he's got a really good channel, but based on numbers, very average. Okay, another big one here, 188,000 subscribers. You've got Card Collector 2, a C plus grade. Not that great for someone supposedly so big. Next up, Junk Wax Hero. Grown a lot over the last couple years. Does news, other stories, an occasional opening here and there. He likes to have his like attic finds videos. It's pretty good stuff. C minus though, not great. Next up, Professor Sports Cards. He's been around for a few years here, but he's starting to make some waves. He's got a C. Again, you can see this pattern here of this average, grade of these channels, all the same. He does a lot of news content. Pretty much that's all I've seen. Now I will say that the video clips of the old school wrestling clips is getting a little stale. So I would try to change that up if I was him. But that's just my opinion, and a lot of people may like that. Run Good Life, that was not on the list. C plus, larger YouTuber, 74,000 subscribers. SCV Sports Cards, a smaller channel similar to my size, was on the list, but he loves the whiteboard and breakdown of stuff and can be very opinionated, and people like him. And C minus though on his grade of his channel, not the greatest. Mojo Sports, another I'm an influencer, I'm the greatest kind of person. I'm not a fan, but a lot of people do like him. 79,000 subscribers, been around on the platform for about 11 years now, coming up in 11 years. C plus. I mean, we're all the same. Backyard Breaks, the douchebag boys. I'm not gonna slam them. I'm not a fan. We all know why. Majority of people feel the same way. A C. Now they're on Whatnot, and I threw them in here because they were on their list. IF Sports Cards, a larger YouTuber that nobody really talks about too often. 68,000 subscribers, a C. Okay, who do we have next? Rob Opens Wax, a YouTuber that's actually gained traction. A lot of videos here. Has only been on the channel for a couple years. I don't know the numbers. I guess they're correct. C plus is his grade. And the last one is the best of the bunch. This is what we have here. Okay, Jeff Wilson, Sports Card Investor. He's the highest grade of everybody. He's only got a B minus in this space on Social Blade for sports card content creators. He's the largest channel, 392,000 subscribers, over 1,500 videos, been around since May 19th, been around, with other things too. I'm not the biggest fan of Jeff. I don't know the man personally. This is obviously a business for him with his Sports Cards HQ and every other hand in whatever pot he's got going on. But this is the best we've got, and they are apparently, from what I can tell, and I don't have numbers, I don't know what their numbers are as far as finances go, but they're sinking a lot of money into this ship here with the YouTube stuff, the store, everything else, and this is the best that they can do. The subscriber rank, they're only 1900th out of the whole, I guess YouTube is what I'm guessing, or maybe that's a specific. Let's see. No, this is it says here the spot is shared with 500. Oh, so there's 502 people at this ranking, and then there's 197,000 in a higher position. So that's not that great. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. And again, I'm nothing against Sports Car Radio. I just think if you're going to flex and talk and do all that stuff, just this grade should be higher. Based on what I was hearing, they said they could do this and they could do that, and you could do this and you could do that if you change these things, your audio, your lighting, your editing, you can do better. I don't really think so. Period. I don't think this is ever going to get that big. I can't see a content creator that's doing sports card content get 1 million subscribers. I can't see it. Maybe over 500,000, but eventually you hit a mark and you can't go any higher because you've exhausted that. So I don't see that ever happening. And I think a lot of times, they were very harsh on a lot of different channels and content creators, I guess as a whole. A lot of people don't want to invest the money in in certain things. Now, yeah, you can buy a cheap microphone and, and all that kind of stuff. And I finally went ahead and did that over a year ago now. But I don't go on camera. I have thought about it. I thought it would actually boost things here. I decided against it. But I think what it comes down to is I don't think a lot of people are thinking about this as like, I'm going to make this a career and I'm going to invest a ton of money in it. And I think that's why you don't see these channels, pretty much all of them, aside from maybe this, Jeff's channel, doing anything substantial when it comes to the production side of it or investing the money in it and the time. So I have to kind of disagree with those guys there on that. And that's all I've got. I just wanted to talk about this. Again, I'm not here to slam anybody. I just give my opinion about what I heard. And I agree with them on the fact that these channels were all basically average. And I don't think there's anything extra that we could do to make a channel not be average. You can add in F-bombs and slick video editing. It's all a matter of what people want to watch and the size of the audience that all these channels seem to reach, and it's not that big. So that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today. I greatly appreciate you stopping by and checking this one out. Remember, if you're not a subscriber, I'd like to have you on board. Please hit that subscribe button. Please like this video. Please share this video with everybody in the card community. Remember, the eBay store link is down below in the description. And that is all I have for you guys today. Greatly appreciate you stopping by. Until next time, folks, this is John with John Sports Collectibles signing off, and I will see everybody very, very soon. Take care.